on this computer. So, hello everyone. Good evening. And, ay, Tina, paano pala yung spotlight video? Paano ko yun siya gawin?
Point to my square and then look at the dot.
Okay. And then there's a spotlight video. Okay, tama. Okay, yan. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our event for tonight. Actually, sa ano namin ito, group ni Tina and my group, Oils and Hope, their group, The Oil Natural Project. And we're so thankful na marami ang interested about this talk. So, I'm sure marami ding makaka-relate na working moms. And I'm also thankful for Tina kasi she initiated this collaboration, di ba? Bongga yung collaboration namin. So by the way, to those who don't know me yet, my name is Trisha Sandalo from Oils and Hope, under Oil Good Things kay Kat, and same lang din naman sa Hush Angels. And welcome ko din yung outside Hush, di ba Tin? We have someone outside from Hush. Welcome! Welcome sa session natin ngayon, di ba? So without wait lang. One of our cross line. And tonight's session is about making YL biz work while managing a full-time job. So marami talagang makaka-relate nito. And I also have friends and members, who parang they always tell me na busy sila sa work, ganun. And we're grateful for Tina kasi she will share with us her tips or her insight about this. So let me just give a small introduction to Tina. Tina de Guzman, to those who don't know her yet, is a mom of 2 young kids. She is a lawyer, an international development consultant, mompreneur, and an advocate of a toxin-free and healthy living. She is one half of Fit Moms Project PH, a platform for promoting positive self-image and encouraging women to lead a healthier and more active lifestyle. She is the platinum leader and founder of the Oil Natural Project, a group of young living essential oil users. She enjoys sharing her learnings on essential oil use and leading her tribe of passionate businessmen and women. So without any further ado, bibigay ko ng spotlight view kang kay Tina de Guzman. Wait, hanapin ko muna si Tina. Hi, wait lang. Yan, di ba? Alam ko ng spotlight video. Go.
Hi, guys. Sino may baong Grabe yung view ko. Kitang-kita yung stash ko ng white. Cheers. Ayan. Thanks for that introduction, Trisha. So, this is actually our second night. We had Trisha over at our group last night. And she is a work-at-home mom. Ganyan. So, parang sabi namin, we were talking about this cross-line love collaboration. Sabi namin, sige, let's do naman for me how to make this work with a full-time job. Kasi although now I'm doing YL full-time, I quit my job already. If you've seen the write-up, I'm not working a corporate job anymore, but I did it for around 2 years with YL as a side hustle while being employed full-time, and I'll share with you my story. So, nagulat lang din ako na maraming nag-message na they want to join the class. So, parang sabi ko, shucks, parang baka hindi ako as prepared. So, feel free to jump in, share your own stories. I know a lot of you are also working moms. So, share if you have tips, if you have struggles, let's talk about it. So, let's look at it as not just me sharing my story, but as a collective learning session for all of us. So, yun. Ang dami na natin. We're 60.
Diba? Andito si Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Okay. Tisha, you disabled my screen sharing.
Paano? Oh, ayan na naman. Paano yan? How can I, edit?
Or transfer hosting to me? Or yeah, baka sa settings kasi yun eh.
Hindi ka nakakapag, share screen?
I can't. It says host disabled attendee screen sharing. That's Trisha, sa beginning ng meeting, you have to enable screen sharing by others.
Okay.
But you can just click the 3 dots on top.
Yeah.
Tapos,
Sa'yo. Okay. So we need to
let your EOs, let's oil up. I already did. I chose Chivalry. I love this. This is like Valor on steroids. Sobrang bango. Hi, Sharon.
Tina. Wait lang. I'm gonna call Tina.
Hello. Ba't nawala kayo? Nawala yung sounds.
Wait lang ha. Hindi ko, wala siyang option pin. Hindi ko siya makita. Wala siya. Ano na lang, leave mo. Ay, wait. Ito. Hello, Tin.
Bakit nyo ako ipapatokhang? Grace, ba't mo ako papatokhang? Sino nagsabing hindi ko to stash before lockdown? Cheers. Hi, Sharon.
You're the host na, Tina. Okay na.
Oh, I'm the host. Okay. So, kaya kami nakamute kasi hindi ako yung host. I couldn't share my screen, but now I can. Hold on. Where's my keynote? Eto na.
You're 77 na.
Wow, ang dami. Yan. So, yun. As I said, this is night, and we're going to talk about making your young living business work while you're managing a full-time job. So can I get hands up from everyone who are managing a full-time job? So we see. Ayan, may mga nakikita ko. Dami. Okay, so guys, share kayo if you have questions, if you have struggles. Yan. So just to share with you my story, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tina. I'm a mom of 2. Ayan, nasa intro naman yan ni Trisha. I'm a lawyer. I'm an international development program director. So what that means is I implement projects funded by international agencies like World Bank, USAID, ADB, mga ganyan. So that's what I used to do before I quit that full-time job. I'm a mompreneur. As you know now, I have this wild business. But before this, I was behind Fluffy Pets, Lot Divers. So some of you are my clients before. So, yun. So, I did have a lot on my plate. Yan. So, first of all, for those of you who are working, who still have your full-time job right now, because I know that there are a lot also who were able to take that leap and quit their previous work and do YL full-time. But I know there are a lot who still have their, who are still working on their profession, I would invite you to take a quiet moment and reflect on why you are doing this YL business. I know we always hear na what is your why? What is your white hot why? Ganyan. And we always start business talks with this. But it would differ from time to time. It would change from time to time, depending on where we are in our lives. And sometimes the answer will not be available to you on the spot. Diba? Sometimes you will have to take a good hard look at where you are in your life. And you have to really decide if this is something for you. Because if you're going to juggle YL and really explore its full potential together with a full-time job, it's not going to be easy. So you will have to make that decision on what you want to do. And that's the first step. So why would you want to do it? It's so cliche, it's common, we hear this in a commercial, para kanino ka bumaba. So most of us are moms, di ba? Pero that commercial was so effective. Nakikita niyo sa akin yun siya.
Tapos ipadala ni mo? Wait lang, kay may gi-refer siya si Marco daw, itong iya nga, sir.
Oh my gosh, hindi ko kayang mag-mute.
Utan po na, maungan po na akong ginatawag. Mag-question ko.
Wait lang.
Kung si Marco daw ang hawod sa cellphone. Kung willing si Marco,
guys,
si Marco na lang.
Please,
Nag-ano kami kawan ni Ber?
Pro na lang na pang pro.
nangyari. Wait lang, guys. Okay, now I see the raised hands.
Sirado pa daw tanan, pangit.
Hi, Chiclet. Paki-mute sa, please.
Sorry.
Mute on. Wait, hold on. I see Chris. Hi, Chris. And Kit Kat. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Hola, hi ladies.
Oh my gosh, 5 pages. Hi, Minty and Griff. Oh, I see. Friends. All right.
Hi.
Okay, I'll start na my video. And I'll share my screen. Trisha, pa-read na lang ha if there are questions. Okay, so yun yung first question. Why would you want to do it? If you have a full-time job and if that is something that is already giving you fulfillment, financial freedom, support for your family, why would you want to do it? For me, it was because it was I appreciated the products, of course. They are very useful for my family. So I all of us are passionate about essential oils, and that's very, very obvious because we can talk about essential oils all day. Parang we can't even stop talking about it. If people ask us, we keep talking about it. So obviously, we are passionate about the oils. But also, while yes, I am a lawyer, but that job was not super stressful naman. So compared to other lawyer jobs na nasa law firm, na tipong, I know my friends go home at night, mga 10 to 12 midnight, and then may take-home work pa sila. So my job before was okay. It was, since international org siya, we conform to international standards na, and my office mates were all Americans na they would tell me, stop working. Kasi minsan magre-reply pa ako sa emails coming from the US. Tipong 10 na, midnight na, sumasagot pa ako. And my colleagues would say, they won't expect you to respond kasi tapos na yung work hours mo. So it wasn't so bad, that job. But still, parang, and the pay was okay. But it wasn't enough for me to be, parang I won't say na there's financial freedom there kasi that it would take me so many years to be able to reach a point na I would be comfortable, na I would say, this is my age na I can retire, or I can say na I have enough savings up to college days ng kids ko. So, while it was a comfortable life, it wasn't enough for the life that I was dreaming of. So, that's the reason why when I found out about the opportunity of YL, I wanted to do it. So, I was watching this video of LTM, if you know her, Lindsay Tig Moreno, and she was saying na if it's something that you really, really want, you would parang kahit na wala ka ng oras, pagpipilitan mo na gawin siya because you're so passionate about it and you know that it will give you fruits that you are aiming for, then you won't even worry, you won't even feel tired na you're working overtime on that business. And if you're trying to make it work ng sabay, that you have your full-time job and you have YL, but your heart is in it, you have decided na I will do this, then you won't even notice na you are working overtime. Yan. But yon, kaya ako tinanong yon, that's our first step kasi you really have to decide na you want it. Kasi, di ba, parang how will you pursue something na parang half-baked or half-hearted ka lang? Yan. So most of it talaga will start with your mindset. You have to decide what you want because it's not going to be easy, diba? It's going to be difficult, but it is doable. So my story is, my full-time job was an 8-hour job, but I live in Antipolo and my office was in Makati. So ang drive time ko niyan is around 2 to 3 hours per way. So going back home, ganun ulit. So usually, mga 5 hours akong nasa daan. So can you just imagine kung gaano kasakit yun sa back, kung paano yung position ko that I drive myself to and from work. And then my job is mostly desk job. So puro siya usap, puro siya meetings. So it's really taxing on the body physically. And look at the hours, diba? So that's an 8-hour job plus 5-hour traffic. So 13 hours of my day yun na. And when I started with YL, when Rachel met with me and she had a flip kit ready, I was already ready to be on maternity leave. As in, manganganak na ako. And I explored my kit, nakalab na yung baby ko. So, and I'm a breastfeeding mom. I breastfed both of my kids for almost 3 years. My second baby for almost 3 years. My first baby for 3.5 years. So, yun yung hours ko. And then when I get home, I have to breastfeed. And I have my other kid na sana meron din akong quality time with him. So, mahirap talaga. But I was really aiming for a good paycheck. And I think for all of us naman, we also want recognition for our efforts. So at that time, I was really aiming to hit the ranks that I wanted within a short time. So wala naman ako napala doon except bragging rights. But also the paycheck that goes with it, diba? So syempre, when you hit silver, you get more or less a 6-figure paycheck, which is really, really good. So I was aiming for that. So next is, for your mindset, you have to figure out what you want. set goals and deadlines. So, sabi sa book ni Simon Sinek na Leaders Eat Last, sabi niya doon, we are very visual individuals. So, it works for us if we have a clear goal. So, we always hear this, di ba, na parang vision casting, we have to set a goal, we have to write it down. Ako personally, I know my personality. I know that I'm a crammer. So it helps for me to have a deadline. But also when I read that book, I understood what it meant, why it's relevant to have a vision board, why it's good to put your goal on paper, why do you have to write it down, or why do you have to put it on your phone screen na I want to be silver this month, I want to be gold this month. Why? Because we are visual creatures. Na when we see the goal, it makes it easier for us to imagine na this is where we want to be. So, parang ano siya, parang it's playing on the chemical reactions of our body. It's playing on our instinct as Homo sapiens na and as animals basically. So, yung illustration niya, yung example niya is parang for example, you're a hunter, you're a lion, and you see that it's there na. You would have a burst of energy because you already see na ayun na eh, malapit na. Or if you're a runner, tapos andyan na yung finish line, pagod na pagod ka na, pero you see the finish line, mas Kat is here, so she would relate to this. Parang nakita mo na yun na yung patapos ka na, you will have that burst of energy. Ano ba tong chemical na to? Nabablanko ako, sorry guys. Endorphins? Hindi. Adrenaline. O, diba? Wala man lang tumulong. Ay, hindi ko makita yung comment. Sorry, baka may nag-comment. Yan. So, meron kang adrenaline kasi visually, nakita mo, palapit ka na sa end goal mo. So, yun. Mindset lang, set a goal. So, just to also show you my vulnerability, I'm gonna share with you na when I hit platinum in 9 months ha. I hit it in 9 months from signing up while having a full-time job. But I would admit na when I hit that, I became, oh my gosh, Rachel is here. I became okay. Parang I'm okay. I was happy. I was enjoying it. I went on vacation in the US for 5 weeks and my paycheck was the same. So parang, siguro because I was working, like Trisha, she shared her story last night. I was working for my whole adult life. Tapos parang wala akong pahinga. Kasi ang pahinga ko lang is maternity leave. And that's not really pahinga, as you all know, di ba? So parang nung time na I was platinum and I was earning 5 to 8 times my monthly salary in my full-time job, sabi ko, I will take this time to enjoy life. And, you know, parang hindi naman petics, but in-enjoy ko talaga. And I'm not saying pinagsisisihan ko yun. Kasi nag-grow din naman ako as a person because I took time off. And there's no other company, there's no other job that would give me that freedom na I can enjoy life, can enjoy time with kids, and still get the same paycheck. But sharing with you is, when I was at that point in my career, in my YL career and in my life, I did not set my sights on diamond. And that's not really good if you want something. So, yun nga, we have to honor where we are in our lives, but not having a set goal will set you back. So, nung okay lang ako, I wasn't exerting more effort kasi wala akong goal. So, hopefully, after this talk, you will set your sights on a goal and set a deadline for yourself, because that's where you start when you make a plan. So your next step is you plan. So, sobrang cliche na tong quote na to na hindi ko na matay. Sino yung unang nagsabi? Sabi niya, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So, you have to set a plan based on your goal. So, meron kang short-term goal, meron kang long-term goal. Yan. I won't go into the details because how you execute your plans will depend on your so you
Huwag ka mo bibigyan ng ganyan, Jen.
oh my god. I have to guys from you. Yeah. So when you know, kailangan ko mag-mute. Ay, nawala na. Wait lang. Ang daming chat. Pakibasa ha kapag sakto yung timing. Alright. So, mute yourselves if you have something to share. Ayan. So, know that there will be trade-offs. So, you have to accept that. Kasi, kahihirapan niyo yung sarili niyo if you will try to do everything. Na you have your full-time job, you're also a mom, you're also doing your YL business. If you're a leader, there are more responsibilities, diba? So, you have to realize and accept that there will be trade-offs. Meron mga bagay na hindi mo magagawa. So, having accepted that, you have to decide what you can and what you are willing to do. Magkaiba yon, diba? So, pwedeng kaya mong gawin pero mamamatay ka naman. Kulang ka naman sa tulog. 4 hours lang tulog mo. That will not give you that will not make you... Guys, from you. Ayan. That will not leave you in optimal health.
Here you go.
Any of your jobs. Nakikita ko si Trisha nagre-react. Ayan. So, decide what you are willing to do. Okay? So, decide also what are your non-negotiables. So, for example, when I was doing this, one of my non-negotiables was I'm a breastfeeding mom. So, I was on my second kid and I wanted to breastfeed. And it was the hours that I was maintaining was already affecting my milk supply. Kasi alam niyo yan, kung kulang ka sa tulog, kung hindi ka nakakapunin ng ayos, maaapektuhan niyo yung milk supply mo. So, that was my non-negotiable. Kailangan makauwi ako on time para maabutan ko yung baby ko, para hindi siya magpupunila at ako yung magpapatulog sa kanya. So, you have to, it will differ wherever stage you are. Pwede yung
Sorry, I need to kasi there's so much background noise. I don't know how to unmute them kasi I switched the host. And
Kasi
so sorry guys. Nakamute
Tina,
naman
you're
to
the
account
host.
entry.
Ikaw dapat kang mag-mute.
yeah, kaya lang I have to stop screen sharing to see that. I always mute everyone, tapos may na-unmute.
Tina, I
Yeah.
think you can, i-right-click mo siya para presenter slides yung makikita mo. So I think you can see from there. I mean, sorry for interrupting. Just suggest.
I-click ko ang alin.
Yung mouse mo. Microsoft kasi ako wag na. Sorry.
Oo, hindi ako. Ayan. Okay, game.
Ay, hindi. Sumama. Sorry. Mululala. Sorry.
Okay na. Game. Ayan. So next, alam mo, simple-simple lang ng tips ko, pero mahirap siya gawin kasi pinagdaanan ko to, I know. So, don't stress. Okay? Kasi, you know why? Stress triggers, alam nyo na yan, stress triggers cortisol. Papangit kayo, ayaw nyo pumangit, di ba? Tango ng tango si Chris, so Diba, Chris? We don't want stress. Pero ano ba usually yung cause ng stress natin? Parang we try to do everything. For example, nung time ko, parang I was trying to, kunyari may pumasok, yung notifications ko sa phone, naka-on, di ba? Tapos papasok yung messages, tapos parang, shucks, kailangan ko na to sagutin. Parang kailangan, di ba? Parang yung stress doon nanggagaling na kailangan magawa ko lahat to. Pero mag-iiba yung feeling nyo when you accept that you can't. You just have a finite number of waking hours. You just have a finite number of hours. We all have 24 days, 24 hours in a day. Tapos ang daming oras doon mapupunta sa full-time job nyo, mapupunta sa family nyo, 'di ba? So you have, again, we have to go back to boundaries, we have to go back to non-negotiables, etc. And it is freeing. It will free you. It will remove all that burden when you accept that you cannot do everything. So, yes, once you decide, when you go back to step one, that you have committed, you know you want to do this, you want to hit silver and up, you want to be platinum. So you have to commit because alam naman natin that you won't get to wherever you want without hard work, diba? Or working smart. So you have that commitment, but you also have to set your boundaries. You don't have to be online 24/7 answering your members how to do live help. So you have to make strategies, you have to you have to streamline your processes, you have to connect your members to the proper channels and teach them na you just have to do live help, or you have to connect to the groups, you have to follow this, etc. And then you won't have to be tied to your phone 24/7 kasi mababaliw talaga kayo. And you have to set your boundaries also with your team na if your non-negotiable, for example, is you have to be the person putting your kids to sleep. You can say na ang boundary ko, hindi ako online between 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. kasi time ko yan with my kids. So your members and you are on the same page na hindi natin siya mako-contact ngayon kasi off hour siya. So since we have corporate people here, we also try to honor that boundary, di ba? Na parang, uy, Chris and KitKat, sorry naman kasi alam ko weekend, pero patulong. End of the month hustle. But yun, it's healthy for all of us to set our boundaries and also reach that point of understanding na yung tao na that you're dealing
行业比较小的价格上，更是超费台湾行业的时候会让价格比较低嘛，所以因为一个价格上面是差的5倍以上。相当于也和泰国印象大不同，还是没有打海鲜酱，只有辣椒粉哦。
Korean ba yun? May nanonood ba ng Korean drama habang nag-a-attend ng Zoom? I'm going to mute all again.
Nag-uusapan sa silver kanina. Nakikinig sila. Char.
Okay. So I'm going to mute everyone again and just unmute yourselves if you have questions. Okay. Yan. So we were talking about boundaries. And so ito yung pinost ko kanina on my Facebook and on my Instagram. No is a complete sentence. And this is new to me. Siguro if I'm not an oiler, tapos hindi ako nagsasama sa kung saan ako binibitbit ni Rachel, like like yung mga self-love retreats, mga classes with Kimi, with Leah, Bernardo, and of course all the discussions with fellow builders, fellow business owners na you have to learn how to say no. So kanina I also got messages na there are so many meanings to this sentence and it's used in various contexts. my context is boundaries. So, for example, if there's something that your builder is expecting from you, for example, merong naghahanap ng sign-ups na ma-stack under them, strategic placement under them, or may naghahanap sa inyo ng promo, tapos wala naman sa budget nyo, or kung ano man, whatever it is that they are demanding from you, you have the power to say no. So whether it's in your YL business or whether it's in your corporate job, tapos over time, you have to go home to your kid, you can say no. No is a complete sentence. You don't have to say, I know I can't do it because blah, blah, blah. You don't even have to say because. You don't have to say because I'm sick. You can just say no. That's my decision. I don't want to do it. So you have to honor where you are. You have to honor what you want. Kasi body nyo yan. If you're not in an optimal position to do your job, you're not going to be effective. So honor the power of no. Okay? So productivity tips. One is stop multitasking. So I know that Louise presented this when, I think in Momentum. She said, wala naman talagang tao who's able to multitask. So me, ako, feeling ko, before I heard this, feeling ko, I'm so good at multitasking. I can do several things at once. But the principle behind this tip is that you can't multitask because your brain can only focus on one thing at a time. So if you want to focus on and finish something with high quality, you want to be able to you want to do one thing lang, hindi lahat at a time. But I know that as working moms, for example, andyan yung kid mo na mommy, diba? That happens to me a lot. For example, may ganon. You can't really turn that off, diba? So we do what we can. We still multitask to some extent, but this is related to the last tip, yung batch processing. For example, you're trying to do emails. Gusto mo lang mag-email. Huwag ka nang mag-hop from one task to another. Na tipong, I'm gonna do Facebook posting today, but also I'm going to do my emails.
Ito pa yung isa.
Bakit ba? Bakit na ano?
Tandaan natin, full testament.
Pag mga bagong sali ata, bagong pasok.
If you click participants, you can see mute upon entry.
Asan ba yun?
Dun sa
No, it's on. They really unmute.
Okay, when you put mute all, you can disallow unmuting.
Wala eh. Wala akong nakikitang option na I know. Okay, disallow unmuting. You can't unmute na. Sorry, ako na lang to.
Just chat your questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Tapos I will unmute lang siguro. Where is Trisha? Para she can... No, I'll just go through the comments later after the slides. Konti na lang to, guys. So we don't have to spend more time than necessary. Yan. So yun, don't hop from one task to another. So if you want to do emails, just finish your emails. You will be more productive and more effective that way than trying to do so many things at once. Kasi yung brain mo magugulo. And that's a good tip also that's related to batch processing. Kasi your brain is already in that zone. If you're like, ako, I feel it when I'm in brainstorming zone, ang dami-dami kong ideas. So, ang hirap nun kung magugulo ka pa na parang you're trying to do different things at once. And then the other tip is hire. So, Rachel is like the quintessential example for this. And I did this also when I was working, until now. Especially if your team is already growing, kasi ma-overwhelm ka sa dami ng tasks that you have to do. If you're hand-holding your new enrollees, if you have new builders, and then you're also the one building your social media page, responding to your PMs, doing your promo raffles, etc., that will not make you effective. So there are virtual assistants out there, and the rate is reasonable depending on the tasks that you would give them. So find a good assistant and outsource things that you can. Yung hindi kailangan ikaw yung gumawa. Also outsource things that is beyond your talent. So if you feel like hindi ka visually creative, then find someone who can do your posters for you, who can manage your social media for you. Especially if you're at that point na your YL business is already giving you enough funds to hire, wag nyo na yan kuriputin, di ba? Magkano lang naman ang mag-hire ng virtual assistant. So that will make you even more productive because you can focus on things that need your personal attention, like building relationships. Okay. More productive tips, be self-aware. So, kaya hindi na ako nag-dwell masyado sa different productivity processes, etc., time management processes, etc. Kasi there are so many out there. And your task will be to know yourself. Find out, siguro naman by now, sa age natin na to na lahat tayo 30 years old, you would have known yourself already na, for example, alam ko, crammer ako. So, I know na ganito, kailangan ko ng deadline, kailangan ko ng pressure para lumabas lahat ng creative juices ko, etc. So, but there are people who are super organized, they want super advanced planning, advanced execution, etc. So, you have to find out what works for you and follow that. Also, another tip is manage your to-do list. So, ang pinakakalaban talaga natin is mindset. Sometimes, and I catch myself doing this, na yung to-do list ko sobrang haba. Like sa phone ko, isang dipa na siya. Diba? That will overburden me and my emotions na parang, shucks, nagawa ko lang 3 out of 20 to-do lists. Parang it will not give me the confidence that I am doing well. Kasi sinet up ko naman yung sarili ko for failure by putting so many on my to-do list na hindi na siya realistic. So what I can do, especially if for you who are still managing a full-time job, set realistic to-do lists, and that will make you feel better if you're able to take all of it or a majority of it. Like set 5 lang, and you're able to finish all 5, or you're able to finish 3 out of 5 versus having 20 to do on your to-do list. So manage it in such a way that it will give you the push that you need and the encouragement and the feeling of fulfillment that you're able to finish this today. Okay? And that's also related to shifting to the abundance mindset. Kasi if you start your day, for example, na, dami kong gagawin, di ko alam paano tatapusin lahat ng trabaho ko today. Meron akong meeting sa opisina, meron akong deadlines, tapos pag uwi ko, kailangan ko pa mag-end of the month hustle, blah, blah, blah. Your words are powerful, and this goes to your mind. And try to shift to the mindset na I am going to crush today. I will sign up so many people. I will finish everything. And that will set you off to a good start for your day. If you have to exercise, to do your jumping jacks, to do whatever, to get you to that positive mindset for the day, you have to do that. Don't think of the mountain that you have to climb, but think that winner ka na. parang nagawa, parang I'm gonna crush today. Okay? So these are my two kids. I'm going to share a really unpopular opinion. Bala na kayo kung i-bash nyo ako, no? But use technology. Right now, we're on lockdown. My kids are getting screen time. So I know people get judged for letting their kids have screen time. But ang reality namin ngayon, we don't have yayas because na lockdown sila. I can't even, if I won't let them play, of course they have free play. They have crafts, they have their toys, they go on a nap, etc. I enroll them in dance class, diba? But shortcut is screen time is actually your yaya, diba? They will get parang distracted for a while and stop bugging you if you need to go to the restroom, you have to do your Zoom call, etc. So use technology. Just try to manage it. And don't feel bad that this is your way of coping. Diba? You gotta do what you gotta do. But don't forget that when it's time for the kids, you have to give them your full focus. So, kung nag-set aside ka na ng 30 minutes, 1 hour na ito yung playtime namin, bitawan mo na yung phone mo. Huwag mo na siyang galawin. Kasi they will see na like my 7-year-old, he's already articulate. He tells me if I'm just on my phone. So he will call me out on that. But my baby, not so much. But they will know. They will feel that you're not there. But also, dun sa Leaders Eat Last, sabi doon, your kids will know if you're happy with your work, and when you're spending your time with them, you're happy, they will feel it. So don't feel bad na you've been away for the whole day. Yung guilt na yon, they will feel it. So pag wala naman kayo, you've heard of out of sight, out of mind, they can entertain themselves. So don't feel bad na naubos na yung oras nyo on work. Just make sure that when you get home and it's time for their quality time, you're really present and you're really there. So don't dwell on mom guilt. So yun lang yung last point ko. Give yourself grace. Say bye to mom guilt and honor where you are. So it's really mindset. It's also discipline, doing the work. But most of it talaga, karamihan doon, pinahihirapan natin yung sarili natin by stressing ourselves out, by being the first judger of ourselves na I'm such a failure, hindi ko kayang gawin lahat, I'm not there, nasugatan yung baby ko, I wasn't there. You know, we're humans and we have a finite number of hours. So you are doing great. Whatever it is that you're able to do, give yourself grace na, hey, give yourself a pat on the back na, hey, you were able to do this day. If you have to take a break today for your sanity, if you have to eat chocolates, if you have to watch your K-drama fix, whatever it is that you need to fill your cup, take that. Kasi that's going to be your baon. And that will give you, that will parang recharge you to be able to pick yourself up the next day and be ra-ra-ra again. Yan. So, meron pa pala ako. Di pa ako nag-stop doon. Know when to quit. So just to share with you my story, hindi naman ako nag-quit right after I hit platinum eh. I hit platinum 9 months from signing up, but I quit after 2 years of being in Young Living. So hindi kailangan agad-agad. Yun nga, you have to honor where you are. You have to know if you're ready. Kasi otherwise, you're going to beat yourself up for it and you're going to have resentment. So you really have to take a lot of time for introspection, understanding yourself. And I know there are a lot of apprehensions about quitting a job that is equivalent to financial security, especially if you're looking at maybe a retirement fund or whatever it is that your corporate job or your government job can provide you. But just to share with you my story, that I don't regret quitting that job because that has quitting that kasi 'di ba? That's why I was talking about trade-offs. If you say no to certain things, that means you're giving room to say yes to certain things. So the fact that I quit that job has freed my time for me to explore my YL business more and to explore all the learning and all the enjoyment of life that I wanted to do and all the time that I want to spend with my kids, diba? So, siguro make it a habit to do your introspection, and your stage in life will change from time to time. So, yung burnout mo, mararamdaman mo at different points. So, analyze where you are, how you're feeling. There is no one who, that's the beauty of the YL business. No one will tell you na, no upline will tell you na mag-quit ka na kasi ng job or you're not performing well enough. It's going to be your call. It's your business. It's going to be your decision where you want to be and when you want to get there. So, you can decide not to quit, diba? So it's going to be your decision. Yan. So yun lang. I just want to give a cheer to everyone who's here because you showed up for yourself, and I know that you got this. Diba? You spent an hour with me and Trisha. So you got this, and please connect. These are my Facebook and Instagram pages. Most of you naman are my friends. So comment and engage. And let's see. I'm gonna give the admin duty na ulit to Trisha. Let's see the comments. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna mute everyone.
Thank you.
Rita,
Wait lang.
good night.
Unmute everyone na ulit. Sorry. Unmute yourself. Ang daming working moms. Okay, hold on. Just apply deep relief sa likod ko. Maghapon na sa computer. Sakit sa likod. I know. Mag-unmute kayo. You can't unmute. Hindi kayo maka-unmute. Oh my God. Ayan na.
Unmute yourself because the host muted you.
So everybody's talking.
Mama, ibalik mo ang TV.
Lagi.
Pero, there's some, kapag yan ang ginamit kong, ang wireless, isa lang yung USB.
Ang ganda nito. Sorry one of us must have a stable job muna. Yeah. That will be a decision by the family. So, Trisha shared that also, that tip. You really have to decide as a family kasi someone else will have to take the slack if you're going to be all out on whatever it is you're doing. If you say no to certain things, sabi ni Ria, it gives you room to say yes to new things. Kinote mo pala ako. Okay. Yes. May significant change ba for you when YL opened here in the Philippines? Sabi ni Sheena, oh yes, I think everyone who were building before migration felt migration hit, and it was a serious hit because, for example, I'll share with you that my team, the Oil Natural Project, is composed of mostly working people, working moms. There are only a handful, I think, mabibilang ko sa isang kamay, yung full-time YL. Halos lahat ng TONP, even the silvers to platinums are all working full-time. So marami kaming, and KitKat knows this because we do our one-on-ones. Yung challenge namin mas mahirap because there are builders who stop building altogether when we hit migration because it's too tedious for them to worry about double taxes, yung mga ganon. So marami kaming challenges also with scheduling events, even online classes kasi people will not be available. So yes, for sure, there are a lot of challenges. It seems not an hour listening. Thank you. Kakatuwa. Thank you, Jen. Okay, puro thank you na ba? Thank you. Thank you, guys. May questions sa taas. Meron ba akong na-miss? Teens, how do you say no to your downline? Rach, ikaw na lang sumagot.